Alaska can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at him.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
That time again. Welcome back, Formula 4 friends and fans of the European top split racing. This week we head to Leicestershire, England, just outside Castle Donington, for Donington Park being the host of the Formula 4 top split here this evening. We're running the full Grand Prix layouts. That's 4 kilometers of action, 2.498 miles, 12 turns packed into the full course limit here. Fun fact, Donington was the first of the park circuits in England, breaking Brooklyn's monopoly on racing. So Donington has that going for them right now. Qualifying underway. Let's pop onto the track here and have a look and see how some of our drivers are doing. On board here with Lucas Rohan, currently sitting in 7th place in qualifying. Nice little starting position for him right now. We've got not as many of our normal top split drivers here this week. A little lighter on the SOF, somewhere just south of 3K. Normally we see 6,000 to 7,000 SOF rating, so a lot of the usual names here though of the higher ranked drivers. Leo Brown currently sitting up top of qualifying with a 1 minute 27.04, almost breaking into the 26-second time slot here. Isaac Phelps currently in 2nd place. Michael Zajac, one of the regulars we see in the top split action, currently in 6th place. Isaac Phelps in 2nd place, a normal driver we see in the top split here. Luciano Vitvet in 3rd. Another name we see commonly, Augustin Bernier, Guru Baldi, 4th and 5th. And then we've got some newcomers. We've got Xavier Herbold currently in 8th place, 128.1 second. Nice qualifying stint for them right now. So it should be interesting to see how our top split drivers fare with some of the drivers who normally are seeing second split action when we do the SOF races on Tuesdays. No doubt they'll be out here trying to prove their merit and their weight against our really quick drivers. Let's take a look at the conditions. We've got here 67-degree air temp is going to translate to 69-degree Fahrenheit track temp. So a relatively cool day here for our drivers. The track sitting at only 300 feet above sea level, so no real issue as far as power on these vehicles. Not that it really matters. They're all running the same spec vehicle. Nobody's running a naturally aspirated versus a turbo or supercharged engines, which fare a little better once you get into the higher altitudes. Let's take a look here. Dan Schmidt currently sitting in 14th place. Coming in through the final sector here now, heading to the start-finish line. So he was able to improve on his time. He's going to come across with a 129.56 last time by. Does not improve. That's going to keep him into 14th place. Bellwell is currently the 15th place driver. Only 1/100th back of Dan Schmidt right ahead. So real tight grouping there amongst those drivers in qualifying. Now, while we got a moment, let's take a talk about our channel sponsor here, Apex Sim Racing. You'll actually find a link in the description as well. If you use that referral link and the 5% discount code in there, you get yourself 5% off Apex Sim Racing. They carry Cube Controls, Moza, Sim Magic, Conspit on the way, CineCube on the way, as well as their own Apex Sim Racing products too as well. So we thank them for coming aboard and helping sponsor the channel and the Top Split broadcast. So show your appreciation for them when you're out there shopping for sim products. Also, if you are a fan of F4 racing looking to do some league racing, Throttle Freaks, a league that's coming on board here next season, currently broadcasting them on another channel, but they're coming over here exclusively next season. They're bringing with them their GT3 leagues, as well as starting up a new F4 series. There'll be a recruitment race next Thursday, the 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern times when the session opens. So not particularly advantageous for our European fans, but if you're over on the North American side, or if you're a late night owl on the Euro side, by all means pop in. It's a recruitment race for that series or that league. So if you know a F4 fan out there who wants to get involved in some league racing, make sure to mention that to them, as that's going to do it for qualifying. Just wait for the clock to tick over here, and then we'll have a look at our starting grid for the race here at Donington. This is week 9, so 3 more weeks to go after this week, and then we'll be heading into next season. It'll be interesting to see what new content's coming out as far as tracks and vehicles, but we've got to settle this one first. Leo Brown taking top spot, just ahead of Isaac Phelps. Luciano Vitvet in 3rd. Augustin Bernier going to start outside of him in row 2. Virgil Baldi in 5th, and Michael Zajac going to start in 6th place. Beside them, or behind them, I guess, Eddie Thompson in 7th, Xavier Herbeau in 8th, Juan Postigillo in 9th, and David Olart going to round out the top 10. Louis Hesketh in 11th, with Alex Robinson to his outside in 12th place. Behind them, we find Lucas Rohan in 13th, Dan Schmidt in 14th, Bell Wells in 15th, Eduardo Basenko in 16th, James Balfour going to start 17th with Stefano Batega, in 18th, John Venditti in 19th, Adam Williams going to start 20th, Camilo Shizuski in 21st, and Martin Haynes going to start in 22nd. 23rd goes to Christian Myrup, Alexis Sansane in 24th, Simon Hewitt in 25th, and Ivan Nabashkov going to round out the field in 26. So all of our drivers getting gridded up here as we await for the green flag to drop. Leo Brown sitting on the front row, Isaac Phelps to his outside. See who gets the better jump into turn 1. 15 minutes of action about to come your way here at Top Split F4 Racing. We'll see what kind of carnage we have into turn 1. Donington can be a little tricky. It's a 180-degree turn into turn 1. Easy for drivers to really want to throw it up the inside, but thankfully with the short straight here, our drivers won't get a whole lot of speed up into turn 1. They'll be carrying a little less speed as they head into turn 1. Hopefully everybody can make it through. There we go. Clock is set. Lights are up. We're just waiting for that green flag to drop, and then we'll be underway here. There we go. We are off and running. Leo Brown to lead them away. Isaac Phelps immediately pulls over in behind him. Luciano Vitvet tucks in a third. Augustin Bernier going to hold into his fourth place position. So Bernier and Phelps, both SDK Gaming team drivers here. It'll be interesting to see if they try and work together here and try and reel back in Leo Brown up ahead. But right now, Brown holding on to top spot. Looks like we had a couple drivers going off track early on. We'll see what happened to them in a few moments. But we'll give the leaders a moment or two to try and sort themselves out here. As Leo Brown maintaining top spot, actually all the way into P9, maintaining their positions early on in this one. So see a few drivers kicking up some dirt on the outside there, but everybody's still on track. A little further back in the field, Louis Hesketh moving up through the field quickly here. Car number 19 up 3 positions early on, as he's just gotten around David Olart and Alex Robinson. Working on the outside of David Olart now. Louis going to take that position away, hold on to his 3 position gain. So nicely done by him. And unfortunately, making his way through that field, they've lost touch with the lead pack now. 1.7 seconds up the field. Eddie Thompson, the final car in that pack, currently being led around by Leo Brown. Leo Brown going to hold on to top spot through the first lap. See if Isaac Phelps gets a run into turn 1 here, potentially tries to make a move. So he's feeling fairly safe in behind right now, not going to show the nose out. Still a number of laps to go in this one, plenty of time to try and make that move. But we got some shuffling in around in behind. Another driver on the move, Alexis Sansane, up 8 positions from where they qualified. Himself up into 16th place. A nice run early on for them. Eduardo Basenko not too far up the track. We'll see if they're able to chase them down, but nice showing right now for them. But up top, still the same. It's their top 4 starting to pull away though. Gergo Baldi, the final car, I guess Zajac, sorry, the final car on the back of this pack in P6. Eddie Thompson falling back off of this pack now. See if Louis Hesketh, one of our bigger mover and shakers early on, is able to chase him down. Hesketh currently in 8th place, 2.1 seconds back of Eddie Thompson. Thompson still slightly within the draft as Zajac up ahead. 7/10 the draft range, about 8/10 on these cars, so he's in danger of losing that draft as he comes into the chicane. A little bit of slideways there for him. Holds on to it, but up top, Leo Brown going to bring them around for lap 2. Into the final hairpin they go. Starting to fan out in behind. Vitvet looking up the inside of Bernier. Sure he has enough overlap to make the move. He's going to try on the inside. Bernier going to fend it off on the outside. Vitvet gets the inside line though, but if he can hold side by side, Bernier would have the inside line into turn 1. 6 car Baldi going to tuck in behind Vitvet on the preferred racing line. Bernier going to hold onto that spot. Vitvet going to have to tuck back in, try and find another way around. As we go on board here with Bernier, looking back at Luciano Vitvet, see if he can find a way through. Feeling some pressure now from Baldi. Baldi putting a ton of pressure on the back of Vitvet. Saw these 2 cars battling up ahead. Realizes if they continue to battle, they might lose Phelps and Brown up ahead, as those 2 seem content to just kind of pull away from the field. But I mentioned earlier on that Bernier and Phelps, both SDK Gaming drivers, they're now 2 and 3 on the grid. We'll see if they can link up here, potentially try and work together, try and get themselves around Leo Brown. Top spot, I believe, if I remember correctly. We missed last week's race. I was tied up. But the week before, I believe Leo Brown was the winner from pole position 2 as well. So looking to go back to back here in top slip broadcast for Leo Brown. So we had a moment here. Let's take a look and see what happened at the start of the races. We had a number of drivers. Looks like they went off track. James Balfour was one of the first drivers. Oh, looks like Balfour and the 21 of Stefano Bottega got tied up into turn 1, the Red Bull car. And it looks like potentially another car off the side. I'm not sure if that was Adam Williams here. Let's take a look. Oh, it was Williams. He just was a bystander in that contact. Barrel rolled a couple times off into the sand, but it's unfortunate for him. But up front, Leo Brown, Isaac Phelps pulling away from the pack here now. They've got almost a second over Augustin Bernier. Second place, Phelps starting to look a little racy on Leo Brown. That could be strategy, as I mentioned. Could be trying to reel back in Brown as when they battle. That's going to cost them a little bit of time. That would allow Augustin Bernier the ability to lead that secondary pack back up to them. You see Bernier really trying to push forward in that second pack, trying to find a way to chase back in those leaders. So go on board here with Bernier. You can see that battle for top spot up ahead. As they're coming to the end of lap 4 into the keyhole, they go. Phelps tight on the back of Brown. Brown not blinking though. Doing well to hold on to that pressure from Isaac Phelps. A couple high I-rating drivers here. 8.6K for Leo Brown, 6.9K for Augustin Bernier. Or sorry, for Isaac Phelps. Bernier himself, 6.6K. Vitvet, 6.7. So highly skilled drivers up top at the sharp end of this field, but go a little farther back in the field. Alex Sansign, one of our big movers and shakers, was up 8 spots last time we checked in. Has fallen back a couple spots now. Battling with Dan Schmidt, Simon Hubert right now. Dan Schmidt in the black Adidas paint themed car. The 23 trying to make his way around the 22 of Sansign. Just up ahead of them is Simon Hubert, who just recently got back around Sansign. Schmidt looks up the inside. Can he make that position stick? Oh, caught a little bit of curbing there. Got unsettled. Fortunately for Schmidt, he had to back out of that one. Sansign going to hold on to that place. Let's go on board here with Dan Schmidt as he's trying to chase down Alexis Sansign up ahead. Trying to file in the draft here, trying to force a mistake from Sansign. Sansign using up all the track and then some grass there too as well. As they continue to push forward. Our leaders still the same. Leo Brown, Isaac Phelps, Augustin Bernier up front. Another battle a little farther up here as well. Juan Postulio has Bell Wells and Christian Myrup not too far back behind them. And just up the road is Alex Robinson and David Olart. That's a battle for 9th all the way back to about 13th place here. I see Postulo going a little wide through the final corner. Bell Wells looks up the inside, has to back out of it though. See if they can get a run into turn 1, potentially try and take that position away. Wells looking up the inside, not enough room. Oh, we're going to run the back wing into, or sorry, the front wing into Postulo, and they're going to get tied up and spun around. They're still connected together. Looks like Postulo has damage off that. Bell Wells taking some damage too as well, going off track. The front wing showing its war wounds. Let's see if we can take another look at what happened there. So the 8 gets into the back of the 13, and then that just spins the 13 around, nowhere to go. It's unfortunate for those drivers there. Looks like that's going to end Postulo's run. Meanwhile, David Olart, Alex Robinson battling it out. Robinson currently holding down 9th place. Olart trying to take that position away. Unable to do so. Robinson with a nice run through the chicane into the final keyhole. It's going to drop Olart back about half a second now. Sansign working his way back up through the field. Now +7 again. Just got around Xavier Herbo. We got a 4-car battle here. On board with Simon Hubert. He's got Herbo and Suzuki up ahead. Herbo going to go wide. Oh, he's going to lose it off the crate. Oh, no. That's going to cost Nabashev's a ton of time. Went a little flying over the front end. Looks like that car's still driving though. Somehow he got about 3 feet up in the air. Landing on all 4 wheels, but able to keep going. Spot back up to our leaders though. Leo Brown. That pack now has caught them. Bernier's pulled that pack into the battle for top spot. Leo Brown now having to deal with the 2 teammates of Phelps and Bernier. See what kind of pressure Phelps and Bernier can put in as we're now past the halfway mark. Another 4 laps to go. This one 5 laps. Potentially Brown been our later since the drop of the green flag. Bernier and Phelps, though, would like to change that. On board here with Bernier, trying to focus forward. Meanwhile, in behind him, Luciano Vitvet, Gergo Baldi, and even Michael Zajac at the back of this pack, ready to pounce if something were to happen up ahead. Leo Brown been cold as ice so far. Donington, a track where things can go awry very quickly. Not a whole lot of runoff here, so you drop a tire off into the grass. Next thing you know, you're spinning, as we just saw happen to a driver a moment ago. They tied up with, I believe it was Simon Hewitt, tied up with a Nabashikov. Fortunately, most drivers able to continue going, but lost a number of spots. See Bernier and Baldi going out wide into the grass there. Leo Brown still running his race. Phelps been unable to find a way around. He's going to look to the left side now. Doesn't make the move. Trying to force a mistake from Leo Brown into the chicane. Faking that move. Brown not falling for it. See the concertina effect in behind as all the drivers getting heavy onto the brakes. Vitvet, Bernier there to pounce if something were to happen amongst our top two. Looks like Bernier might have a little more pace than Phelps, so he's had to back out a couple times not to get into the back of his teammate. See if Bernier looks up the inside. It looks like he's maybe content right now. Possible team orders. Bernier the Perez to Phelps Verstappen at this point in time? Question mark. Well, Phelps dropping this pack off the back of Leo Brown. He's now opened up 1 second over Isaac Phelps. Brown has now successfully broken the draft. We'll see if those four cars can work together to reel him back in. But right now, Leo Brown looking content up front. So you see Michael Zajac going a little wide out into the grass. Had to collect that car up. He's fallen the back off this pack now again onto the grass. He's got to gather that car back up. So not what he was hoping for. Isaac Phelps leading down the secondary pack. Teammate Augustin Bernier in tow. Luciano Vitvet, Gergo Baldi, that's their top five in this pack. Looks like Bernier potentially thought about going up around the outside. I think he realizes that they're losing ground up ahead and he might have a little more pace than Phelps right now. Or they're just working together to try and keep Vitvet and Baldi in behind. Either way, they're losing touch with Leo Brown up front. He's now opened up 1.3 seconds over this pack. There we go. Phelps going to let Bernier around. Let's see now if Bernier can tow this pack up to Leo Brown, but they're running out of time. Minute and a half to go in this one. So this lap plus one more. That'll be all she wrote. Vitvet now battling with Phelps, trying to find a way around. Baldi trying to get involved. Our drivers realizing they're running out of time. Bernier, now that he's been released from that pack, pulling away from Phelps. Unfortunately, the damage is already done. Leo Brown now 2.1 seconds ahead of Bernier. Has it on cruise control now. The battle looks like it's for third place at this point in time. Vitvet trying to find a way to close in on Phelps up ahead. Looks like Phelps starting to peel back in, or reel back in, I guess, in Bernier as they head through the chicane. Drivers throwing it in. Thankfully for them, those pylons you see on the side of the track are just virtual pylons. Otherwise, might be getting a little bit of damage. Vitvet going to go wide. It's going to allow Baldi to try and look up the inside. Let's see here if Gergo Baldi can make that position stick. Well, looks like Vitvet going to get back by. Baldi going to try and cross him over in the final corner. Unable to do it. Here we go. Last lap for our drivers. Barney waving the white flag. Leo Brown out front. Maintaining that 2 second gap. Barring a mistake, he'll be able to bring this one home. The battle now, second place. Teammates Bernier and Phelps holding down those positions. Vet starting to pull away from Baldy again, but unfortunately he's dropped back off of Phelps. Can we see team orders here amongst the SDK drivers? Or is it Papaya rules? It's our closest battle on track. Everybody else separated by about half second or more. Bernier still leads this secondary pack around, holding into second place. Looks like Phelps right now content to stay in third. We'll see if he waits potentially for the penultimate corner to make a move. Into the chicane they go, final time. Phelps with a nice run through there, looks to the inside. Is he going to get enough overlap to make the move? Looks up the inside. Bernier going to fight back on the outside. Now Bernier having to deal with Vitvet. He's going to cover that off. Vitvet going to have to try and go around the outside here. He's going to be unable to do it. Leo Brown going to take top spot here for week 9. Augustin Bernier going to hold on to third place. Isaac Phelps just ahead. Go a little farther back in the pack here. Louis Hesketh with Camille Suzuki up ahead. Oh, gets into the back of him. Oh, that looks like it was a incident limit 2 as well. For Hesketh, that was an unfortunate way to have a great race go wide at the end. Louis Hesketh out, gets a DQ at the end, incident limit. Our big mover and shaker though, Alex Sansine, up 11 spots where they qualified, currently holding in 13th place. Suzuki in behind. Across the line they go. Sansine going to come home for 13th place. Suzuki looking to the inside. Sansine going to hold on to that position though. Lucas Rohan going to bring it home in 16th place. Nice run for him. Simon Hewitt, driver we saw get wrapped up with Nabashkakov early on, right in this corner where we picked him up in now. He's going to bring it home. Fortunate ending of the race for him. Still up 6 spots where he qualified, even with that contact with Nabashkakov. Cross the line to wrap that one up. And I believe that's going to make that official. He was our final driver on the lead lap. So take a look at the final results, the official results. Leo Brown takes it from the drop of the green flag to the wave of the checkers. Isaac Phelps holds on to second place. Augustin Bernier comes home in third, up 1 spot for he qualified. Luciano Vitvet drops down to 4th. Gurgobaldi, Michael Zajac, and Eddie Thompson all retire in the same position as they qualified in. David Olart's going to finish up 2 spots in P8. Bellwell's up 6 spots in 9th place. Eduardo Basenko going to finish up in 10th place. That's a +6 positions for them too as well. Alex Robinson in 11th. Martin Haynes in 12th. Alexis Sansine, our biggest mover of the day, going to finish in 13th. Camille Shichewski in 14th. Xavier Herboat in 15th. Lucas Rohan in 16th. Christian Myrup in 17th. Even Nabashkakov in 18th. Simon Hewitt in 19th. Louis Hesketh with that incident limit drive-through DQ on the last lap, going to come home in 20th position. Then we're going to find Dan Schmidt in 21st. James Balfour in 22nd. Stefano Bottega in 23rd. Juan Pastagiulo in 24th. Adam Williams, unfortunately, got tied up in that first lap incident for him. He's going to come home in 25th. And John Venditti out early on too as well. Going to finish tail on the field. So that's going to do it for us here in week 9 of the F4 Euro Top Split races. Again, if you're interested in Formula 4 League racing, it's flyer on there. Recruitment race next Thursday evening, the 21st. And also, if you're looking for some sim gear, visit our partner, Apex Sim Racing. We'll catch you back next week. Same time, same place for week 10 F4 Top Split Racing. Till then, bye for now.